Hello, welcome everyone, welcome to this stream. It's been a long while since I've streamed on Twitch, mainly because this was summer and there was like the schedules were all over the place. So it's back in track. It's back on track. I should be able to do those streams on Fridays at the usual time, which is it's 13 UTC, which translates to 3 p.m. my time for now, and it's gonna change in winter, of course. But I'm here, and we're going to be talking about Fedora infrastructure applications as always. Feel free to join the streams. They are on Twitch. Usually, I'm gonna put the link in the description of the video, and I'll be happy to answer any questions live if you have any. And I'm going to try to make things as clear as possible, where I try to fix bugs or create or implement new features to the applications that we have. All right, that was a long intro. Let me start with sharing my screen first. All right, so that's much too small for you. Let me zoom that in. All right. Hopefully that is better. Cool. Well, I'm happy to be doing those streams again. Let's go. Okay, so what do we have? We have a lot of applications here that may have new first issues. So let me look at that. Let's see what we have. So there's Anitia here. Add a page list, all the topics. Somebody's working on that already. Many thanks to them. Data number, same thing. There's a link to this one too. Had a headers JSON script argument. That's a feature that I have requested because it should be easy to do, but no user of data number has actually requested it. So right now I'm going to skip that. Cheers. It's tea, by the way. Big tea addict here. So fast JSON. Okay. How to get fields. Okay, that's both are documentation issues, so not something that is really fun to demonstrate in a live stream. Fed badges as an issue to, well, not an issue, a feature request to convert the change log to Markdown and put it in Town Crier, which is a very nice way to build the change logs for your applications if you're interested in that. Flask OIDC, there's something, yeah, I've started looking at that, but I'm waiting for input from the requester. Somebody has worked on that one. I could try and review that one. That's entirely possible. Let me write that down in the possible stuff. So there's FMN 897, it's a bit too easy, blah, 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 blah. That's one option for work today. For IPFS, okay. Somebody's working on that. That's assigned, that's assigned, that's assigned again. Yeah, that's something that I could work on. Or well, somebody has started working on that, basically. So maybe not. I could have a look at if there's something about this one that has been proposed already. No pull request. Okay, let them work on it. That's cool. Thanks a lot to those who contribute to our applications, by the way. It's pretty useful and hopefully it makes their life as contributors to Fedora easier. Okay. That's assigned. Yes, displaying F instead of in login instead of account email. Okay, I think somebody has been working on that, but it's not ready. Okay, the Tyre UI is being worked on by Akashdeep, so that should probably be obsolete soon. Except that's still valid. Town Crier for Tyre. Same thing for Tyre API. Webhook to Fedora messaging, tooltip must use the entire font face. Okay. Implement a ping endpoint that does nothing. Oh, okay. Well, they've been working on that too. contributing a lot. That's cool. Yeah, hopefully that's clear enough. Toddlers. Okay, save all cache calls to bodyget branches. That is reasonable. I could work on that. That is in toddlers. Multi-file messaging, okay. Tooltips when use the interfont face. Yeah, that's probably something that Akashdeep has written so that he remembers to work on it, but I don't think it's actually open to anyone, so I'm gonna leave it as that. Okay, email check, okay. I'm not exactly sure what that is. What does it mean? I don't actually need to do that. I think there's a drop down you can, yeah. Something different that add for a project, not set. Consider the default. Okay. Well, okay. Not very big on toddlers, so I'm not sure I can actually do that, but fine. So let's not work on that. Pagure, same issue. We're going to. Okay. Ah, yeah, that's one. That's this one. A push to a fork is considered as affecting the main package. I think I fixed that. I think I fixed that a while ago. I think that was the fix. Maybe I didn't. Fixes 12, okay. So, oh, it's not the same thing. Oh, there's quite some refactoring here. Issue or pull request message, okay. Huh. That's quite a bit of refactoring. What did I do? Was it me? Yes, it might have been me. Yeah, that sounds like me. Okay. What did I actually do? Fix the usernames property on issues and pull requests. So this hasn't been fixed. A push to a fork is considered as affecting the main package. Right, well, okay. Should be fixed indeed, but I'm not sure I'm gonna work on Pagure messages right now. QA, neurosig. Well then, I don't have a lot. I have two possibilities. So reviewing something that has already been worked on and adding some cache to the body get active branches. Interesting. Do we have folks here that could vote on that? I'm not sure. How do I know? Hello. How you doing? So I'm looking at the possible issues that we could work on today. I kind of remember there was something else that I could be working on, but I don't really remember. But maybe somebody has started working on it already. So it's not really available anymore. Might be. So, let me add some lights. Okay. Okay. So what's best? Reviewing some JavaScript? Well, it's TypeScript actually, but yeah, we could do that. All right, yeah, let's work on that. Let's do this. So it's on FMN, if I remember correctly. And it's a bit too easy to miss the final commit step in creating a rule. All right, let's do this. Somebody has worked on that. There's this issue here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to download this pull request and try it out locally. So for that, I will need to go to FMN repo. That's where it is. Am I in a branch already? Yes, I'm in 1372. Is this one? No. 1372 is probably something else. Maybe it has been closed. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's check out this pull request, 1375. Let's see if there's something interesting in there. Okay. In theory, I should start the VM. Data number 1 is running. I should close it to save some memory. Halt. Please halt this one. Cool. Let's start. Oh yeah, I might need the tiny stage. I think I'm going to need this one. I may need also the authentication one. Yeah, probably. That's likely. It's running IPA and auth. I need those two. Okay. So in theory, I should have FMN running locally. It's running on, maybe it's not actually running. Ah, yeah. It failed because... Oh, it seems like it's not mounted. No, it is mounted. Well, maybe it started too early. Oh, yeah. Okay, what do we need? We need the consumer, not really. We need the front end. Definitely need the front end. Okay. Try again, please. No? Oh, it fails. Well, first, let's go to front end and run npm install. There was an issue. Let's run it again. So something is running. Still error. Still an error. Oh, we are using an old version of Node. Okay, really? Oh yeah. What is the OS of this machine? 38, yeah, that's old. Okay, that's fine. We can, I'm gonna run it locally. I'm gonna run it locally, and for that I'm gonna go to front end and run npm run dev. I think that's dev. Seems to be running. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get that somewhere. Yeah, it's not HTTPS, of course. It's HTTP. Is anything running? Yes. Will I be able to connect? That's another story. Yes, it's not the expected client. Okay. Maybe my tiny stage doesn't have this. Let's check. Let's see if it's registered. Okay. That's all the clients that I have. Let's see if I have one for FMN. It's going to be easier to check. Local host, I don't have it apparently. I'm going to register one. Or, yeah, I'm going to have to register one. That's fine. I can do this here, maybe. Poetry run YDC register. What's the YDC register command that I should do? It's in Devil, Ansible, roles. Hey, OnSite, how you doing? Nice to see you guys here. Oh yeah, that's why I don't have the sound. I don't have notifications because I didn't turn on my speakers. Yeah, that makes sense. So question is OIDC register. What is the command that I'm running? Tasks. OIDC register. Debug public client. Blah 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 blah. My redirect URL is going to be so this, except my redirect URL, sorry, is oh, that's weird. That can be it. Roles, playbook. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. So that will be localhost, and here I will have epsilon.tinystage.test. The output file is, well, fmn.json. Yes, let's try this. Well, oh, poetry run pip install OIDC register, please. Thank you. Let's try again. Certificate invalid, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I know there's that. So it's in httplib2, and I know it has some sort of CA cert. Yes. So tiny stage, infra, tiny stage, shared, no, synced folder, IPA, ca.crt. Append that please to the end of this very long, not auth, but CA certs text, please. Let's try again. Huh. Am I doing something wrong? What is it doing? Yeah, that's CA cert, okay. And I'm appending my certificate. It should be right. What's wrong? Tired. Didn't I just append my CA to the thing? Huh. I thought it would have been easy. Not easy. Not ever. Okay. Okay. So the problem is that OIDC register has been written with a pretty old HTTP request framework, which is httplib2. It's not using request, it's not using certify for the certificates. So it's something else. It should be in there, right? Well, this works fine. Oh. It's a very nice 500 error here. Very nice, very nice. It works. Why is it working here with curl and not? Why is it working with curl and not with the other one? Well, well, well. Oh no. No. Let's try certify. I don't think it's using it, but I'm known to be wrong sometimes. That's the certify. CA cert list. Let's try again this time. It did seem to work. Okay. Well, that's nice. It's a different error. That's cool. 400 error. Oh yes, HTTP without the S. That works. Because when you're going for localhost as a return URL, you can't have HTTPS. And localhost is the only return URL that cannot have HTTPS and will have to be HTTP. And all the others have to be HTTPS except localhost. Okay, that works. So now I have something called fmn.json, and I'm going to be able to use this client ID for front-end and development local. There it is. That's the thing. It's obviously not the same as before. For the careful eye. Okay, so I need to restart, I think. Server restarted. Oh, nice. Does it by itself. Pretty cool. Let's try again. Yeah, description unknown, blah, blah, blah. Let's try again. Okay. Yes, please. Fail with code 500. What's this? What is this? Oh yeah, 500 error. What's that? That's running. That's from the VM. Let's go to the VM. And let's see what the backend has. Could not retrieve user information, recall, blah, blah, blah. It must have log file somewhere because it said 500, so it must know. Yeah, okay. Same stuff. Okay, that's fine. Poetry run Python -c import certify print certify.where. Sure. Please update the install. Give me all the extras as well. So that's a ton of updates. I should actually update the base image because we don't want to be running on F38. But that's long. It's gonna take a while to update the VM, so I'm not gonna do it right now. Actually, I would prefer having a way to run everything locally without the VM, but I may be able to whip up something like this and not use containers in all VMs. Because what do I need locally, actually? I don't really need anything locally. Huh. I'll think about this. I think it would be an improvement to the development environment, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so that should be all. Yeah, it's still updating the SS API, of course. That requires some compilation, so it takes a while. How everybody's doing, by the way? How was the summer? Did you folks do something interesting? What have you been playing with regards to open source or Linux or technology in general? Please don't say hi. Well, there was a lot of updates. Okay. Well, that would be unlikely. First, restart this, please. Let's look. Do you have something else? It's making a query to the backend. Is the backend receiving it? I do not know. We will see. Yeah, I think something's blocked. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Let's start over. I'm logged in already, so it should be fast. Failed. Able to get local issue certificate. That sounds really familiar. Okay, so where is this? Where is this coming from? Why do I not have 401 unauthorized? Who's answering this? FMN.tinystage.8000. Yes, API user v1me. Why do I not see this? Oh yeah, it gives me 401. Okay. It's not a 500, so 401 unauthorized. Okay. I guess there should be some more information. It's a 401. What is this running as? Just a second, okay? System D, system FMN. API, that's the API, okay. Working in home vagrant FMN. poetry run unicorn. Okay, so I should be running. It doesn't have certify. Oh, it's with an I. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. Ah, that's much better. Okay. Okay, much better. Now let's give the VM let's give it the CA cert. That's gonna be in infra tiny stage synced folders IPA CA cert. Please copy it here, and now I can add that CA to this list of trusted certificates. Okay, cool. Let's try again. Somebody has their caps lock on, and the journal, and now let's see what we get. Login failed. Ah, but that's different this time, right? I'm getting bad request here for token info. Okay, let's look at what Epsilon says. It just says bad request. Not great. So what say you? What's the error log? What is the error here? So it was token info, right? Yeah, token info. 400, why? Client authentication error, invalid client. Yes, I know why. The backend is not configured with the right, it's not registered correctly. Okay, let's do it again. So, devel Ansible playbook. So I'm registering here for the front end, but I also need to register for the backend, the API. So I suspect that's going to be in roles, API, tasks, main. No? Okay. Right, in the playbook here. Oh, I am running an IDC register standard one. Okay. So I'm going to have to run it again. Why do I have public client here? That makes no sense. I shouldn't have public client here. That's not great. Did it give me a client secret? No, it didn't. That's good. That's weird that it has public, it always has public client here. Because, yeah, there's something wrong with this. Let's just ignore it for now, because it's calling OIDC register, right? What's the default? So on the API server, there is a file here called API OIDC secrets. Oh yeah, Yeah, that's where it does it. Cool. That's the one. Very well, I can do this. Okay, let's run this YDC register command again. That was not run by you, that was run by you. It was not. Oh yeah, it was. So it's not a public client this time. The output file is going to be API.json. That's the thing, and that's wrong. That should be fmn.tinystage.test directly. That's weird. I don't actually trust that. I don't trust it. I don't think that's it. What's the redirect URL? Yeah, it is. Huh. Weird. Anyway, that's okay. Fine. Let's do it anyway. Okay, output file is going to be FMN API, blah, 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 and that's going to be fmn.tinystage.test. Do it. Oopsie. Oh, no. I've put a star at the end. Why did I do that? Fine. Let's fix it. Update clients. It's clients? No, update client. Set value equal where UID equal, what did I do that? I do not know. And name equal and of course make the change. Fat fingers. Start again. It's correct. Fine. Anyway, so that's me, my FMN API.json. Of course, I don't actually need this value, but that's okay. It has it. I'm going to update the VM. I'm updating the VM. Okay. And now let's restart. Oh no. Control D instead of Control R and things fail. Of course. Do it. Okay. Let's see if things get better now. Oopsie, not this. Still not logged in, of course. Let's try. Yeah, loading user information, login failed. I get a bad status. What's wrong this time? Client authentication or invalid client. What did you use? Maybe something's wrong with the no. Where's the configuration for this? Where's my configuration? etc fmn fmn.cfg. Let's go. Ah, that's why. It needs to be copied over. This is entirely wrong. and you get this one instead. Cool, and the password is, of course, another one. There you go. Let's restart. Journal, and let's go. Again. There you go. I have my rules. That's perfect. Okay, now we can keep going. So the thing I want to check is actually this pull request. So they say they have changed a few stuff. So when I create a new rule, they have moved this button to the bottom right. I sort of think that makes sense, but it's okay. And if I say this and I decide to leave this page, it should say, yes, you have in-app unsafe change, discard them. No. Okay, that works. It works. It does the thing. But is it well done? Let's see. Now it's time to open. My code editor. Let's open it on FMN. Okay. Let's close all this. Please. Thank you. And the modifications were done on the new room form, of course. So the change they made is that they are now tracking the dirty state with this. That is something I think we can optimize because I don't think you actually need to do that manually. You have a mark dirty function. Okay, when you change something, each time you mark it dirty, except when you do the mutate async, which is pushing the change to pushing everything. I think we don't have to manage the isDirty value manually. Because I think that we can access the context of the form. We can access the form here. Let's see if I can do this. Console.log form.context dot dirty or status state. Okay, let's print this and see where that gets us. Form state. And I want to also do the same from the that's on cancel. No. This one. So the thing is, right, there it is. On before root leave, confirm, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Okay, I think I can get the state value, the form state value from here. So the FormKit gives me a few things. It gives me a few hooks that I can get. Guides, no. Form, maybe? If I go to form, I think I can get, that's bogus. The composables, use FormKit context. I think that's the thing that I want. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to use this use FormKit context. It only works if I'm a child of the FormKit here. Ah, yeah, that doesn't work. How can I get a reference to the form itself? How can I get a reference to the form from the object that is... Yeah, I'm scrolling down in the wrong. Scrolling up is bad with things that load... for example, form. Okay, prepare submitting. Submit handler. Core node. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, there's a this.formKit. I should be able to get a reference to it. Node.submit on the forms. Oh, that's interesting. Retrieve an instance of the core node. Okay, that's interesting. So my form, I created as a ref. And then I will, I suppose, ref my form. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Well, form is not a great name. That's going to be overwritten everywhere. That's bad. Let's try this. So now when I'm doing this, I should have access to form. Save it. Okay, it should be updated, and let's try this now. So I'm choosing something and clicking somewhere else. Of course, if I don't print this, that makes no sense. Let's try again. Cancel. Okay, I have this form object, right? Oh yeah, that's form value, of course. Otherwise, I just have the proxy. Let us try again. So target is store sync context. It has context. Let's try context. Undefined. Context undefined. Fine. Maybe that's not how you do it. How do I retrieve an instance of the core node, please? At node, okay. What's best? Well, let's just try this. Yeah, let's try something else now. So you say I'll be able to use get node from FormKit node. Let's try something else. Get node, and I give it the ID. So I suppose the ID is just form, right? The ID is new rule. Correct? Correct. Okay, and get node, that comes from FormKit core, absolutely. Let's try. I do something. Oh, that's bad. Form is undefined. Well, get node, that should give you the right thing, no? Sorry. I'm kind of a little bit in the dark here, but trying to find my way. Undefined. Form is undefined. It should be defined. I know there must be a better way. If I use the context like the use, yeah, that only works from within the form. Is there a way to get the root node? The core node. Retrieve an instance of the core node. Let's try with the ref again. That's my form. Let's see if I can get that changed. So each time tracking rule, okay, blah, blah, blah. Unmounted, okay. And let's try the same thing, but here. Let's see if I have access to these values in which context do I have access to these values? Okay. In TR, I get a proxy. Yeah, okay, that's not extremely useful. Context. It's possibly null. Okay. Well, fine. Well, okay. That's fine. Undefined. Context is undefined. Okay, so maybe not context then, maybe something else. Form.value.state, maybe? I'm gonna make a small pause, and because I need to go to the toilet, I'll come back. I'll see you in a few. And I'm back. Okay. So, still the same question. What are the properties of FormKit that I'll be interested in? I want to know if the form is dirty in general. How do I know that? How can I know if a form is dirty? I'm pretty sure that it's something that is easily available for such a complex framework as FormKit. No. There has to be a better way to do that. Not FormKit. Maybe I'm mixing things up with Formy, by the way, that's possible. State. Sounds interesting. Ah. Dirty. Okay. I would like to get the context of my form. How do I do this? So I want to get the context. Where is it? I want to get the context of my node, of my form, no, not the node, but the entire form. Right. It's undefined. How could it be undefined? Just by, well, maybe I need to restart the page. Maybe it's a refresh avatar. Nope. It can't be undefined. How do I access the form context from outside of it? Hopefully that's not it. Really, I really hope that's not it. Okay. So getting the node, it says that to get the root node, the core node object, I think I did things right. Did I forget something about Node? About Vue that I'm not doing right? myForm.value.node. Let's get back to it. Okay, let's see. And I have something here. Target. Okay. State. Dirty. Woo! I'm gonna get somewhere. Okay, and this on the load. Where's the onload? Unmounted, that's the one. Okay, let's see what we have now. False, false, yes. Add a new rule. False. False, 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 false. Okay, add a new rule. Change something. Change. True. Or that was on before leave, okay. Nice. I think that is better. Right. Now I want to know if I can get that before unload handler. True, I get it. Cool. Okay, so I have access to this. Yeah, I seem to have done something similar to this here already. Meh, yeah. Not great, but it'll do. There you go. That's a proper typing now. So I don't need to track it myself. That is good. Cool. I don't need to mark things dirty. I don't need to check is dirty. It's all done. Woohoo. Yeah. Sorry. Form null. Yes. Okay. So is dirty, I can remove that. Well, did I make a mistake? Maybe. Oh. Oh no. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I had all my cursors. Okay, I have only one cursor now, please. I can do a computed, by the way. I can do yeah. I can do this. I can do a computed. That'll be easier to do. Seems good. Okay, that seems better. So now I still have errors. Insert before parentheses. No, what's that? What's that? I don't have it? No, I don't have it. Anyway, create a new rule. Blah, 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 blah. Do something. Discard the end. Okay. That's not bad. It's not bad actually. Okay, I'm happy I found this. Let me comment with this, okay? You don't, yeah, cancel. You don't actually need to track the team manually. FormKit does it. You can use its state in the context property. For example, the suggestion. Suggestion. You can then remove okay, that's not bad. This message is a little generic. We can do something more meaningful. What about the rest seems good. I mean, thanks for there you go. And that's one review done. Okay, well, that's cool. I think I'm gonna stop there. It's 5 p.m. It's 5:14 p.m. here, so I'm gonna stop here. have another cup of tea, and go on with my day. And I hope you do the same. Let's turn it off. All right. So thanks for coming by. It's the first time I did. If it's pretty much the first stream I did since the beginning of the summer, so it's been a long time. But I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're watching this on YouTube as a replay, feel free to come to the streams on Twitch. You will be able to ask questions, and things might make more sense if you ask me directly, because sometimes I don't explain everything. And I'm happy to explain things, so yeah, just ask. And otherwise, I'll see you next week. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye bye. Have fun.